Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something that often stays hidden, the intersection of cross-dressing and romantic relationships, specifically for straight men.
That's right.
Our deep dive today is really unpacking some profound insights from Gender Benson's book, Love and Lingerie, Maintaining Romance and Intimacy When You Cross-Dress.
It's a great resource.
Yeah, and it really challenges that common idea, promising that love and lace can actually live in harmony. But the core message, it seems, running through it all is, well, it takes work. Deep communication, vulnerability, courage.
Definitely courage.
And a real willingness, it sounds like, to redefine what intimacy even means for both people involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's true, society often paints cross-dressing and romance, especially in straight relationships, as totally incompatible, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
And that narrative fuels so much anxiety, fears of rejection, this feeling that the relationship just won't work. But what Gender Benson's work really highlights, I think, is how actually embracing cross-dressing can potentially deepen love in really unexpected ways sometimes.
Yeah.
It can open up a path to maybe a much richer understanding of each other.
Okay, so the book starts by laying out what seems like a pretty common reality for many cross-dressers in relationships, doesn't it? This initial phase of secrecy.
Yes.
The hiding. And it makes sense, right? Why someone might feel unsafe sharing something so, well, stigmatized, particularly early on when you're still kind of building that trust.
Exactly. But this secrecy, even though it feels like protection, it really takes a toll. It comes at a cost.
Yeah.
Over time, it just inherently creates distance.
How so?
Well, think about the everyday things. Avoiding certain conversations, hiding clothes, maybe even turning down sex because you're afraid of being found out.
Right.
These aren't just small things. They
Yeah.
actively kind of chip away at the closeness you're trying to build. The book calls it a painful paradox. You desperately want that intimacy, emotional, sexual, but you're guarding this huge part of yourself.
Yeah.
And eventually, the secret will come out. It always does. Either you choose to share it or it gets discovered somehow.
Right. So honesty is really the first step.
It's the first and most crucial step the book pushes for. But it's about asking yourself that deeper question. Do I really want a relationship where I can be fully known, fully loved, even this part of me?
That's a big question.
It is. And if the answer is yes, then telling your partner becomes, well, an act of love. For them, sure, but maybe even more profoundly, for yourself.
That reframe honesty as self-love, that's powerful. But here's where it gets really interesting, challenging those assumptions, like the fantasy scenario.
Or the fantasy, yes.
Where you tell your partner and they're immediately like, oh, honey, stockings, amazing, let's go shopping.
Right, let me help you pick some out.
And look, maybe that happens for some lucky people.
It does happen sometimes.
But the source is really clear that the much more common reality is, well, it's complicated. Confusion, shock, worry.
Yeah.
Maybe even tears.
And a really crucial point the book makes is that a complex reaction, even tears or anger, doesn't automatically mean rejection.
Okay.
It always just means they need time and clarity, which then puts the focus back on the crossdresser. Like, what are the partner's common worries?
Right, what's going through their head?
Exactly. Things like, wait, are you gay? Are you actually trans? Do you still find me attractive? Are you comparing yourself to me now? Did I do something wrong to make this happen?
Wow, yeah, lots of potential fears there.
So when you share your truth, that's really only half the job. The other half, just as vital, is truly listening to their truth, their fears, their questions.
So reassurance is key.
Huge. Reassure them you're still the same person they love, just, more layered. Encourage questions, even the awkward ones. And definitely don't rush it. This path toward shared intimacy, it's rarely a straight line.
There might be bumps.
Probably will be setbacks, yeah. But keeping that conversation going, that willingness on both sides, that's the most important thing.
That focus on listening and mutual truth, it really brings up another challenge, doesn't it? That societal myth about what straight masculinity has to look like.
Oh, absolutely. The strong, silent type.
Strong, dominant, rugged, always in control. It's a heavy burden. And it leads a lot of cross-dressers to worry, understandably, that dressing femininely will just kill their sexual appeal for their partner.
It's a huge fear. But the book offers this critical reframe. Intimacy thrives when authenticity replaces performance.
Okay. So being real is more attractive than playing a role.
Essentially, yes. Now, if a relationship was built only on that rigid, traditional masculine role, then yeah, bringing in lace and lipstick is definitely going to shake things up.
It's disruptive.
It is disruptive, but the source points out this disruption isn't always bad.
Hmm.
Actually, many partners, maybe without even realizing it, really value vulnerability, tenderness, softness.
Things often discouraged in traditional masculinity.
Exactly. They respond when their partner opens up emotionally when the walls come down. Cross-dressing, when it's embraced by both, can actually be a doorway to a much more nuanced intimacy, where those old roles give way to genuine connection.
So it's not about throwing away masculinity.
Not at all. It's about expanding it. You can be soft and strong, sensual and protective, delicate and devoted. Masculinity isn't just a costume you put on or take off. It can coexist with all the other parts of you.
That's a really liberating way to think about it. Like cross-dressing could be a truth serum for the relationship, forcing a deeper connection.
It certainly can be.
So, okay, let's talk about the physical side. The book calls sexual intimacy one of the, quote, thorniest areas.
Yeah, it often is.
It brings up those really critical questions. Will my partner still be turned on by me when I'm dressed? Can I even feel sexual presenting femininely? How do we navigate desire when my presentation changes?
And the truth is, the answers are all over the place. There's no single answer. For some couples, yeah, it absolutely enhances their sex life. For others, it might complicate things at first or just, take time to figure out a new rhythm.
So it's not one size fits all?
Definitely not. The key insight from the book is think about multiple versions of intimacy, not just one way it has to look. You don't have to be in girl mode or boy mode, 100% of the time, especially for sex.
Right.
The book really encourages experimenting with touch, with roles, with the mood, depending on how you're presenting and how your partner's feeling. Communication here is just, well, it's everything.
Talking about what feels good.
What feels good, what feels vulnerable, maybe what feels off limits for each person. You need to set boundaries, but also be willing to revisit them as trust grows.
And share fantasies.
Yeah, if you fantasize about being desired well dressed, share that. But also really try to understand if your partner needs time to adjust to seeing you that way sexually. It's a process.
That point about multiple modes is really important. So what does this mean for the relationship overall? It's a good reminder, I guess, that intimacy is way more than just sex.
So much more.
It's connection, playfulness, just being present, emotional safety.
Precisely. And cross-dressing, when you approach it with intention, can seriously enhance that romantic connection in really lovely ways.
Like what?
Well, think about the unique shared rituals it can create. Sharing clothes, maybe doing makeup together, or eventually even going out in public together if you're both ready for that.
That takes courage.
It does. But couples often find these new sides to each other. A wife might see this unexpected softness in her husband, or a boyfriend discovers a nurturing side in his partner he hadn't seen. And sometimes the deepest romance is just being seen. Those quiet moments, they're huge, incredibly romantic.
That's beautiful, being seen in those quiet moments. But we do have to talk about the harder side, the reality that not every partner is going to embrace this easily. Or maybe at all.
No, that's true. It's a painful reality for some. If there is resistance, the book advises trying to understand where it's coming from.
What's behind it?
Yeah. Is it fear of what people will think? Discomfort with gender roles?
Mm-hmm.
Worries about your identity as a couple? It's really important to listen, validate their feelings, but, and this is crucial, not erase yourself just to keep the peace.
Can compromises work?
Sometimes. Some couples find ways setting specific times or spaces for dressing, certain boundaries. And sometimes, yeah, initial resistance does soften over time into curiosity, maybe even support.
But not always.
Not always. And the book is honest about that. Sometimes relationships do end, not because cross-dressing itself is wrong, but because desires or needs are just fundamentally incompatible on this really personal level.
That must be incredibly hard.
It is. But it can also, eventually, open the door to finding a future relationship that is more authentic. If you're struggling with a partner's discomfort, the book strongly suggests couples counseling.
With someone who gets it.
Ideally, yeah, a therapist familiar with gender variance or diverse gender expressions.
Mm-hmm.
A neutral third party can sometimes help unlock understanding in ways you just can't on your own.
Okay, so after all that potential struggle, the self-discovery, navigating the relationship, what's the ultimate goal? The book talks about a kind of healing experience.
It does. It talks about being loved, Not in spite of the cross-dressing, but actually because it's part of who you are, an integrated, accepted, even celebrated part.
Wow.
There's often this quiet ache many cross-dressers feel,
Ugh.
the longing to be seen in the wig and makeup or the slip-in heels and still feel wanted, admired,
It's
touched.
about connection.
It's about that fundamental human need for deep, authentic connection. And the beautiful message in the book is that this is possible. There really are partners out there who see femininity not as a threat, but as a richness.
Partners who will join in.
Who will explore with you, help zip you up, kiss your painted lips, laugh with you, and love you completely in both modes. If you have that kind of partner, the advice is clear. Cherish that bond. Affirm their acceptance. Appreciate them constantly. And for those still hiding, there's an empowering message too. You deserve love that includes all of you. Start by accepting yourself. That self-acceptance is powerful, it's magnetic, it's the first step toward inviting someone else to love you fully.
Such a powerful call to self-acceptance first. What are some practical tips from the book for cross-dressers navigating this?
Yeah, the source breaks it down into about 7 key strategies.
Right.
First, start the conversation before the closet overflows.
Don't wait for the accidental discovery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plan it. Have a thoughtful, honest talk when you're both calm, have time. Lead with love, lead with vulnerability.
Okay, number 2.
Make it about connection, not just the clothes. Frame it as part of your identity, who you are, not just a fetish or some phase. Emphasize wanting closeness, authenticity.
Makes sense. 3rd.
Go slow, but stay honest. Let your partner adjust at their pace, but don't backslide into hiding things again. Transparency builds trust.
Right. Slow but steady. What's 4?
Find shared enjoyment. Gently invite them into your world. Maybe suggest watching a makeover show or browsing outfits online together. Keep it playful, no pressure.
Nice. Number 5.
Stay attuned to their experience. Keep asking how they're feeling, and really be prepared to hear discomfort or confusion without getting defensive right away. Listen first.
Okay. 6.
Get support, together or separately. Suggest therapy, look into online forums, read books. Remind yourselves you're not alone in this, neither of you.
That's important. And lastly, number 7.
Celebrate the wins, big or small. The first time she helps with your eyeliner, the first cuddle while you're dressed, the first time she just says, "You look beautiful." Acknowledge those moments. They matter.
That's a fantastic, really practical summary from Love in Lingerie. It just hammers home that idea, doesn't it? Romance doesn't need rigidity, it needs truth. Intimacy isn't about fitting some mold, it's about having the guts to break it together.
Couldn't agree more. And the book makes such a compelling case that being a cross-dresser in a straight relationship, it's not a curse.
Yeah.
It's not just a complication. It can actually be a doorway.
A doorway.
Yeah, to deeper love, richer connection, maybe more meaningful intimacy than you ever thought possible.
Yeah.
Now, is it scary? Yes. Does it take work from both people? Absolutely.
But when love grows in that soil of vulnerability, something really powerful can bloom. You may be in your favorite bra held in your partner's arms. You're not broken, you're becoming.